up as their guys are ready to do battle between the London Black Knights and the Kansas City Chiefs. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man right side is Shark. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Over the middle, complete. It's Doyle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Chris Thompson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. And it's up and good. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Complete outright to Jake Butt. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. And, it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Back to throw here. Flush to his right, and he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Eric Kendricks not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, Bridgewater. It's caught by Mike Evans. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down. Here's Bridgewater. Throw left side complete. That's Doyle. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Pushing his way through. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
To throw, Bridgewater. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery, and it's caught. Touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This will be taken about the 12. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now here comes Kansas City. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And going deep for Hill. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Armstead in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The second down throw for Bridgewater. Evans has it left side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it's London football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough third and long coming up. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big play there on third down. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. A good pickup there of 22.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And his throw is incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To the air again with Bridgewater. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll drop the throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there. 43 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And going deep, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Bridgewater on first down. And this one out for Evans. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. On second down, Bridgewater again. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And again, it's Bridgewater. Now he'll escape to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing?
And he will take it in for the touchdown. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. And when a Hail
in front of me, I don't have the empirical numbers that from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And they will not get a chance to reach. Turn this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Ryan Shazier in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And the pressure gets to him again. Sua Cravens in there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Bridgewater now from the 50. And he comes back with one complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Go Delta. Ready. Go Delta.
First down, Bridgewater. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Eric Kendricks in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Bridgewater now on second down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Second down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Go Delta. Go Delta.
Bridgewater now. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
So he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Sharks got it left side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And the kick by Rosas is good. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go Delta. Go Delta. Go Delta.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Armstead in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. On 2nd down, Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the runs.
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Flex round! Flex round!
Out of the gun, Dobbs. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
On 2nd down, Dobbs completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And Rosas puts this one through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, Does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And here now the offense heading back out there. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
From the gun, Bridgewater steps away to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Eric Armstead in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The second down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a second down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. A second down throw for Bridgewater. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Jonathan Hankins in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Third and long for Bridgewater. Hard throw, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And now back out comes the offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Bridgewater. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Here's Bridgewater. Miller on the catch over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Five down. Go Delta. Go Delta. Set. 20. Ready. Go Delta.
Bridgewater again. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Eric Armstead in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game, because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And he'll just toss it away. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
On first down, Downs to throw. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? That's what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, you know, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction, because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Eric Armstead in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. To throw, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Flex round. Ohio.
from the shotgun. Here's Dobbs. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding it.
That's caught inside the 20. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 46 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's second down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Flex round!
Here's Dobbs to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will have a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
The extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw Dobbs. Flushed out right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Dobbs now on second down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Dobbs is throwing. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Dobbs. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. Out of the gun, Dobbs. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
So what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get it clear that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance. And he's got to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
He's got Thompson here, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already have what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Throwing here, Bridgewater. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. And he's got it. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 40. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Dobbs. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Hassan Reddick. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Delta. Hey. Here we go. 5 down.
Bridgewater here to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.